Welcome back, fellow Mooninites, to our Marvel Plus live reaction of Moon Knight, titled
Mooniplicity.
And we are back to a live reaction format style, as originally anticipated. I promise you this time. We went into whole detail and everything over the last 2 episodes, just how awesome this show is as a start in terms of the first 2 episodes. So naturally, we've been on edge all week, waiting for the third one to come out, and it is titled
The Friendly Type.
How friendly.
It's a giant Moon Knight. Maybe it's friendly.
That's disturbing. So yeah, last we left off, Steven was starting to get an understanding of what's going on with him. He meets Layla, who's apparently his wife, or should I say Marc's wife. Him and Marc end up switching. Marc is now in control and is able to turn into Moon Knight at will. And it's basically a race to ancient Egypt.
Dun dun dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun dun.
Stop Arthur Harrow from using the scarab beetle to summon Ammit. Oh yeah, and Khonshu's a dick. In case we didn't make that clear in the last video.
Oh great, the idiot's in control.
What'd you say?
Nothing?
Damn right. As I kind of predicted in the last episode, I believe this episode, we're going to focus purely on Marc, find out his whole backstory as to why he's indebted to Khonshu, how he has the Moon Knight powers, what his whole deal has been up to this point, and why he shares a body with Steven. Even though they're making it sound like he has dissociative personality disorder, I'm also wondering if perhaps he is actually just another personality sharing a body with somebody else. Again, so many things are unclear, but I'm hoping this episode will clarify a few things. So yeah, let's get started and see just what the hell is Marc's deal. And play.
So Khonshu has the power to transport Marc, yet he couldn't save him in mid-flight?
I don't know what the hell Khonshu's deal is.
You're not worried about too many bridges? All those stolen relics, cheeky antiques.
So she's from Egypt?
I don't steal. They've already been stolen. That's what people forget. Fine. Take them off the black market and return them to their rightful owners. I might keep a few to pay the bills.
So she's a Robin Hood type.
Not so innocent anymore, eh? I miss him too, easily. But that's your baggage, not mine. Just avoid your old haunts. Call me sentimental, but I worry about you.
Maybe if her dad was Indiana Jones. I didn't see her last name, did you?
I missed it.
Is he gonna come across the Cave of Wonders? Disturbs my slumber.
They're in Egypt right now, right? Or not Saudi Arabia or anything like that.
I know, it's the bad guy who has a scarab looking for a...
Wait, no. They're speaking Arabic. I stand corrected.
Tracking us.
Run!
Parkour!
Parkour!
360! CrossFit!
Did we just stumble into Book of Boba Fett?
Gotta reuse the set somehow.
Kill them? You're too late. You're never gonna find Harrow. Really?
That was necessary. That was also necessary. Just smack him. Oh, you just lost your knife.
Yeah, that is not hygienic.
Again, totally necessary. I've seen drunken barflies that'll have better knife fights than this. That is a very shiny knife. Blech.
Where are you taking me? You are still at the airport. Wait. Let me talk to you.
Oh boy.
Let us go, man. That wasn't me. Let me talk to you for a second.
Steven fucked them up. It's not a chance unless a fruit cart gets knocked over. Come on, fruit cart. Alright, the rug. Looks pretty close. There we go.
Do you have any fruit to declare? Where's Francis?
Where's
Tony. Marc.
Fuck yeah!
Well, shit. Steven, you have the worst timing.
I swear that wasn't me. Who was it?
Is that the third personality?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Was it Jacob?
Yes, I'm sure.
Take him to the ledge. He's just a kid. He'll talk.
You better hope so. He's the only person left alive. It'd be a bad time to black out right now.
Where's Harrow? Where's Harrow?
Where are they?
Where's Ammit?
Wow, dude. Well, that did not go as planned.
I thought he'd talk.
Bits! Way to go, Khonshu!
Fucked up again.
If you got a problem with the body count, I suggest you stop listening to that stupid pigeon. Stay out of my way.
What'd you call me? That's it!
Well, he is a giant rat with wings.
What about the other gods? Are they just gonna stand by and allow somebody to unleash Ammit?
To signal for an audience with the gods is to risk their wrath.
What? Well, what's the worst that could happen?
Anger them enough, and they'll imprison me in stone.
Where's
That sounds fair.
Doesn't sound so bad to me.
Yeah, where's the bad side of this?
Fair against Harrow without the protection of my healing armor.
Alright, so what? You have any good ideas?
I have a bad one.
Hey. You gonna summon a tornado? An eclipse?
It's a signal they can't ignore.
I'm gonna make them no freaking fools.
There's nothing I can do. Total eclipse of the sun.
No matter what happens, keep digging!
Your own graves.
Not stop!
Hurry! They're gathering their avatars now.
Are they scattered all over the world?
Yes, but for a meeting of the Ennead, a portal presents itself anywhere.
So
That's convenient.
Where's mine?
So there's multiple people like Marc/Steven?
Last time I spoke to the gods, they banished me.
Gee, I wonder why.
Our case against Harrow must be indisputable.
I mean, he's gonna kill
What
everybody.
you coming with?
Oh, I'll be there.
Blech.
Thanks for nothing.
5 days we're inside. We're inside the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Nerd! Let it be more spacious.
Remember me. Remember me.
I love how polished the stone is.
You must be his avatar.
Who are you?
I'm Yatsi, avatar of Hathor,
They've been through this before.
goddess of music and love.
Cool.
Surely Khonshu mentioned her.
The other gods aren't really his favorite topic.
Not even when they are old friends.
Do they go through the same bullshit that Marc does, or
As
do they just have one voice in their heads?
Not really. Is there something I should know?
I try not to fight it. It's a strange sensation. But you'll get used to it.
Possession?
Horus, Isis, Death Note, Osiris, and Hathor. To hear the account of Khonshu.
More.
You've been banished once for nearly exposing us, Khonshu. And you know we despise your garishness, your showy masks and weapons. But manipulate the sky again, and we will imprison you in stone.
Spare me your self-righteous threats! I was banished for not abandoning humanity unlike the rest of you.
We have not abandoned humanity. They abandoned us. We simply trust our avatars to carry out our purposes without calling undue attention to ourselves. Not like some of us.
Avatars are not enough! We need the might of gods! Return from the
We must use the Royal Canterlot voice.
We decided long ago we did not wish to meddle in the affairs of man.
We will decide our
Yeah, that worked out great for you.
Speak your purpose.
I call for judgment against Arthur Harrow!
The charges?
Conspiracy to release Ammit!
That is a heavy accusation, Khonshu.
I mean...
He's confessed to it. Huh. He's been summoned.
As I see by the presence of Khonshu's current makeshift avatar, the purposes of our meeting must be nefarious.
You know exactly why we are here.
I must admit I do not miss the sound of that voice.
I don't blame you.
Old master to the point.
Do you not seek to release Ammit from her tomb?
I was in the desert, but if visiting the sands where crime, the line of sinners would be longer than the Nile. Khonshu has searched for Ammit's tomb since he ensnared me to his service. His vision is obscured by jealousy, paranoia, and
He is a deceiver.
It's like he rehearsed this.
trust the word of a shamed God. No, Khonshu is unhinged, and his servant unwell.
How do you mean?
This is a man who literally does not know his own name. He has a marriage certificate under the name Marc Spector, employment records under the name Stephen Grant. I've seen him speak to himself, threaten himself. I have no idea how many personalities he must possess. The man is clearly insane.
Tell them to produce the scarab. I'm sure they can detect it.
Violence in this chamber.
The Oscars.
Khonshu is taking advantage of him the same way that he abused me. The way he aspires to abuse this court. Take action now before it's too late.
Let us speak to Marc Spector.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Are you unwell?
That's a loaded question.
I'm unwell.
This is a safe space for you to tell us if you feel exploited by Khonshu.
This is not about my feelings. I'm not the one on trial here. He is. This is about how dangerous he is. If you would just listen for a second.
He has committed no offense.
Are you gonna tell him about the scarab? Man, loud. Well, that went well. So that's it, he just walks off.
Anybody gonna say anything?
Marc, there is another way. A Magi named Senfu. He was tasked with recording the location of the tomb in case the gods ever changed their minds and decided to show mercy. Find Senfu's sarcophagus and you'll find your tomb.
Okay, how am I supposed to do that?
His sarcophagus was stolen and sold on the black market. You might want to start there.
Yeah, just search the black market for a stolen tomb. That's easy. What the fuck even was that scene?
Kangaroo court?
I feel like they just didn't want to be bothered, so it's like the bare minimum. Back away. Just
I
back
don't like
away.
attention. Right guy, right place, but you're not Egyptian.
Layla, what are you doing here?
Come with me. I'll help you find what you need.
What's the plan?
It's not pleasant being left in the dark, is it?
Okay. I get that you're not happy about me leaving so quickly and coming to Cairo. I understand.
But is that your apology?
That's good. You know, let's freaking just so we can get through, right? Maybe let's just give our shit a rest for a moment and just try to strategize before we get.
Dude, come on.
Boba?
Just so you know, I'm not here to help you. I'm here for me and for everyone else who would die of Harrow's disease.
I am sorry. For whatever that's worth.
Fat lot of good that'll do you. The party boat.
My God says it's a winner. For what it's worth, I had it under control until very recently.
What happened?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
We could have handled it together.
Like you're supposed to.
Remember, your name is Rafina's father.
Right.
Another name to keep track of?
All these interesting details.
I'll tell them you're up to a gift shop, but they'd never believe me, would they?
Looks like
Medieval
jousting.
times.
Layla, come in.
Looks like Ashton Kutcher.
If you grew like a full-on beard.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having us over on such short notice.
Now, if I may ask, why such interest in Senfu in particular?
Oh, actually, our purchases.
I'm sorry, I'd like to hear from your husband, if you don't mind. I think I just would love to take a look. Feel free. Great.
Yeah. Great.
Totally not suspicious.
Before you blow this,
Not a chance.
all I'm seeing is literature to guide the judge. There's no location indicated.
Because the information has to be unlocked. It's coded.
Will you give me a minute, I just have to talk to Steve. Just keep him occupied.
Yeah, you're totally not gonna look crazy talking to yourself.
Right, Stephen. You want to talk to me? Talk to me. What now? What now? What now is you give me the body and you piss off. Damn it, there's not time for this. If there's something that you know, you gotta tell me.
He just needs a couple minutes in there alone.
He's got a method.
He's praying.
Roy, if you expect my help, it's not going to be while I'm in prison. Do you want a bloodbath? Huh? Fine, have it your way. All right. You are the worst.
The worst.
Wait a second. Now, if you match those stars up with the other piece over there and put it all together, it should make a star. Hey, what are you doing?
Mark! Don't.
Get on your knees.
Anton, stop!
Get on your knees.
Get on your knees and tell me you love me.
Well, he is a handsome man.
Hey, pal. Take a look inside the sarcophagus.
Room for one more.
That's interesting. It appears we have a concerned third party. Yeah? Get up.
Whatever they've told you,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sure I can offer you something much more tangible.
Oh, Christ.
Why settle for a clue when you can have the treasure?
Anton, don't listen to this man. He's trying to stop us from reaching a
Please,
secret.
stop.
He's gonna kill millions, trust me!
Are you seriously talking about trust?
Please, there's no need to descend into violent accusations. Each one of you has so much more in common than you know. Layla, you keep thinking that distance will prevent the wounds from your father's murder from reopening. But
How do you know
something stands
that?
in your way.
How do you know that?
Tell you the truth. And Marc, you don't tell her because you know that if you do, she'll see you exactly as you see yourself, as unworthy of love. Piece of shit, Anton.
Do it. Some suit. Give them what they deserve.
Anton,
I think we agree that your suggestions are
what you
bad.
like to see for yourself.
What are you waiting for?
Effort in hit. Hit in
Don't
contact.
worry. Everything will be fine.
That's just a taste of the godly power I offer. Hey, he's gone. Where is he?
He's gone. Oh, there he is. Okay, so he's bulletproof.
Buy some time.
So instead of the Dark Knight, he's the Moon Knight. Not instead of White Knight, because that's something entirely different.
Yay, corpse looting. Oof. You stabbed a dead man.
Stop it! Stop it! He's already dead!
Give me the body, Marc.
But damn it, Steven!
You alright? That's it. Alright, time out. That's it, time out. Guys, let's all calm down, yeah? We're all worked out. Let's all
Dude, you
just
know where you are
chill
right
the
now.
heads out and talk for a second. See? The
What?
body.
Look at that, he's been impaled. Okay, so he can survive being impaled. Oh God!
Just so long as Khonshu's around, he can survive anything like that.
Yeah. He's able to have healing armor. She just stab him with her necklace. That's awesome.
You got me on my knees, Layla!
You really gonna charge him? Ah!
Tick tock, Mark Spector. Tick tock.
I prefer Vine.
What was Harrow talking about?
What do you mean?
He said I had a right to know.
I have no idea.
Stop being an ass.
I never told anyone why I really moved. But he knew. He just saw right through me.
I don't know, Harry. He's just trying to mess with you, you know? He's trying to get in your mind.
So it's not true?
No, it's not true. Of course not. No, he's just trying to divide us. Don't let him get in your head.
Every time I learn something new about you, I think, that's it. There can't possibly be any secrets left between us. And then something else pops up, and it's like I've not known you at all.
You don't?
Rude.
You're just making this perpetually worse. I was like trying to push her away and stuff, but come on. Like, how cruel can you get?
Marc, we need Steven. He understands all of this. I really think it's worth giving him a shot.
I summon the gods, you summon the worm. He won't return the body.
Marc, we can't wait. It's okay, just let go. I don't have time.
It's...
What are you doing?
All right. Go ahead. You're in. Cheers. Thanks a lot. What? Yeah. There you go.
Or she runs away like as soon as he's done like piecing this together.
Steven?
Hey, beautiful.
Egyptians invented modern navigation. They came up with a way to get about using the sun and the stars. It's bloody genius, isn't it? And voila.
Huh.
A literal star map.
Huh. I'll just screw Mark, just get with Steven. Still your husband, technically.
We should be able to triangulate the stars into coordinates, right? We just can't.
Oh, well, actually, unfortunately, it's not that simple.
Not working.
Yeah, you see, Senfu marked that tomb, like 2,000 years ago, and stars drift over time. Not much as far as stars go, but it could mean the difference between us searching miles and miles away from where we're supposed to be looking. So unless we know exactly what the sky looked like on that date, we're buggered.
I remember that night.
Finally, you're useful.
I remember that night. I remember that night. I just like the rest of my life.
I can turn back the night sky.
How?
It will come at a cost, and I cannot do it alone.
If I could turn back time.
Stephen, when the gods imprison me, tell Mark to free me.
Fat chance.
Oh my.
Do what I do.
Put your hands up, and they stay there, and they stay there, and they
What,
stay
is this
there.
the time stone?
Feels like it.
Don't harm you, I've come to bargain.
So he can black out the moon, he can make time go backwards and rearrange the stars, but he can't get a scarab away from this asshole.
How do we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine.
Unlimited power!
No more guai guai fighty sao. No more guai guai fighty sao.
They go back and they're like, what did we just tell you? So what, does he lose his powers then if Khonshu's gone?
I don't know how much longer I can do this.
Come on, bruh.
I got it. 29 degrees north, 25 east.
Slay
On sale now. Shop Disney.
Marc,
Whoever the hell you are.
who are you? Marc.
Who are you?
Who are you?
You were right about Khonshu. And in the end, he left us no choice.
They're all in on it, aren't they?
Can he hear us?
We think so, yes.
He goes up to him and points like, nah, 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 nah.
I'm going to do what you could not. And when it's finished, I want you to remember one thing. Your torment forced me. I owe my victory to you.
I believe it.
Ain't that alright, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Then again, Khonshu had it coming. Let's face it. So I'm confused. Are the gods in on it then? It just seems that way because they weren't like that determined to find out the truth. But then again, they didn't exactly present their case correctly. This is pretty bitchin'.
Mm-hmm. Also, the Marvel series have good ending credits music.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Loki. So he's had his powers for what, 2.5 episodes, and now they're gone? Well, ain't that a bitch? Okay, this kind of is a step down from the first 2 episodes, in my opinion. I don't know what you think.
I mean, at least it was a more linear thing that I could kind of follow. Feel like you had a million things happening at once.
Still a lot of unanswered questions, though. And God, Marc is a dick.
He's a dick.
Like Khonshu, he's a dick. I can see why he was chosen to be his avatar. Dear God, man, she is like pleading with you to just tell her the truth, to trust her because she's your freaking wife. But no, you just keep shoving her away, even though it's obvious she's not going anywhere. It's not just, you know, him having to do this on his own because it's his burden. No, the entire world is at stake. How could she not get involved? Like, for fuck's sake.
Like, I get not wanting to put her in danger, but she's already all in.
And she's proven how tough she is. She took on that guy with a freaking knife, killed him with her freaking necklace. Like, I can see why Khonshu wants to make her the avatar instead of him, but come on.
Hell, I bet if she were the avatar, this wouldn't even be happening.
Honestly, given what we've seen of the other avatars from the other gods, it doesn't look that bad. Because, like, at least they're, like, of a good, sane capacity. They're aware of what's going on with them. They brace themselves for when the gods need to speak through them. Honestly, it doesn't seem that bad, but I guess it's bad because Khonshu's the one's in charge, and he makes such horrible, bad decisions that result in death and chaos. Like, for fuck's sake. So, let me get this straight. They banished him because he wanted to take a more hands-on approach in terms of dealing with humanity. Whereas they were fine to just step back, let humanity do its thing. He's like, oh no, I have to interfere. I have to enact justice. I have to do this and that. It's like, do you though?
And
really?
It almost sounds like he learned nothing from having Anthony be his avatar.
Clearly not.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel bad for Harrow, because, like, I get it. What he's doing is awful. It shouldn't be happening. They have a right to stop him. But seeing how he got to this point, I mean, it's very clear Khonshu pushed him over the edge. Like, he probably was of sane mind before Khonshu got to him. Don't get me wrong. I just don't condone what he's doing. But I understand. But dear God, man. Like, and that whole trial. All you had to do was say, hey, he has this scarab that can conjure Ammit. Just, you know, look for it on him. I'm sure they could detect it. It is magic, right? That's all they had to do, which is why I'm convinced that they must know to a degree what the hell is going on, and they're just letting it happen. They're either siding with him, or they're just being so passive about all this, they're just, you know, saying, whatever. Gods, man. Gods. So I guess we were hinted at the third personality in there, the serial killer, I guess he is.
The stuff that neither of the other two know about.
So I guess when Steven kept blacking out in that village, I'm guessing maybe that was him. with all those people he kept killing.
That could be. And Khonshu probably knew, too.
Although I was confused, though. So it's clear that they each tend to black out whenever they swap personalities, but they're still aware of each other when seen in the reflection. They're understanding of what's going on through that aspect, but how come they aren't aware of any other time? Do they have to be in front of a mirror the whole time just to understand what's going on outside the body, or what?
Probably. That's really the only thing that would make sense as to them being fully aware.
It's just weird because we've seen Steven black out, have no memory of anything, have no idea what's going on. But at the same time, we've seen him constantly pop up, hearing their conversation and be like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. And it's like, how do you know what's going on? Like, how aware are you?
That, or it's sort of a form of PTSD. Say, like, Marc's doing an action and Steven's aware of it, but he doesn't like the fact that he's doing it, and in order to deal with it, he gets sort of amnesia about it. That's my only potential thing.
I guess, but it's also weird too, because we've seen Marc black out and then apparently kill someone. He's not aware of it, but Steven is. So again, how aware are certain personalities?
I don't think they said that Marc wasn't aware of it. I think he just had no control over it.
But he's clearly said that he's not the one that did it.
Again, I think we still need to know exactly how this body works.
Yeah, because this is really freaking confusing.
Is this dissociative personality disorder, or are they multiple beings inhabiting one body? What's the story? Because this really needs to be explained.
I guess now that Khonshu's out of his head, he probably will have a bit more clarity, or maybe we'll see more distinctiveness in the personalities. Maybe...
We need a flashback.
Yeah.
We need a flashback.
We're gonna need a montage. Yeah, we definitely need an explanation. At least we got sort of an explanation with Layla, like her backstory. You know, she's originally from Cairo. Her father was an archaeologist. She was raised up around archaeology and artifacts and stuff. So she's definitely a world traveler. She's definitely well learned in a lot of things. But yeah, we still don't know, like, you know, how she met Marc, like what their whole deal was. We know they got married there in Cairo, at the very least. Definitely there's a history there. I just want to know what drew her to him in the first place. Because honestly, all I'm seeing of Marc so far, it's like, you really married this dick? You really married this asshole who's outright insulting your intelligence?
And then there's the fact that Arthur brought up the fact that Layla is still not over her father's death, and then Marc does not think that he's worthy of love. I can't help but wonder if the two of these things are connected.
I honestly was getting that vibe. It almost sounded like he was insinuating that perhaps Marc was the one that killed her father.
That could be how Steven comes into the picture, too.
That would make sense, yeah. I mean, maybe not, it wasn't Marc per se, maybe it was that other guy, the murderous personality, possibly.
Again, we really need a flashback or an explanation.
I feel like that's going to be the reveal, though. Yeah. Not just that, you know, he's been keeping this whole thing from her, but that he is involved with her father's death. Because that really feels like what they're alluding to. And if that's the case, I don't even know if she's going to be able to stick around at that point. Because honestly,
there's no helping you.
He theoretically killed her father, which she's been obsessing with. That's, yeah. There's only so much she can put up with before she's just like, I'm done. That's it. You're dead.
And the fact that he's telling her, don't even listen, he's trying to mess with your mind. I'm like, you're just making yourself even more sus
in relation to this. He's fucking gaslighting her. Yeah. It's like, she knows what something's going on. Stop pretending nothing is going on. Like, Jesus Christ, how stupid do you think she is? Ugh. That's why I hope Steven kind of takes over permanently. I just love, like, as soon as he takes over, as he's doing the puzzle, as soon as he sees her, just heart eyes. Like, heart eyes. And then being the nerdy as he launches right into his nerdy explanations. But it's just so wholesome, though. Yeah. I hope he finds a way to, like, you know.
Oh, no, and he was even, like, nerding out over being in the Pyramid of Giza.
Yeah, that was cute. Like, He's like, oh my god, I'm in the Pyramid of Giza. I mean, to be fair, I mean, which of us would not do that? Even if we were.
I don't know, I'd probably be a little too terrified to...
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you were really passionate about, like, a certain place or culture, and you just happen to show up there and be like, oh my god.
No, yeah, there would be that moment of, you know, the dread would subside over nerding out.
Holy shit, I'm in this wonderful place, and I'm about to die. But I'm here!
Sometimes you just gotta look at the positives.
Yeah.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Unless you're Khonshu. In which case, death and despair. So yeah, this episode, like I said, it wasn't as good as the first two. I mean, we definitely got some good action out of it with the fight. We learned a lot more things. We learned about the avatars for the other gods. We learned just how fucking incompetent Khonshu is. To the point where now I question whether or not Marc/Steven has lost the powers of the Moon Knight. I guess he might retain some of it because Khonshu's technically not dead. He's not gone. It's just maybe his influence is like muted.
Well, then I think basically from what he said, it sounds like Stephen Marc is invulnerable for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to be impaled like 5 different ways without like succumbing.
So yeah, I think the power is still there, but he can be harmed now.
Figures, I guess, to raise the stakes a bit. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't call this a bad episode. Like, we got a few more pieces of the puzzle. We got some lore around all of this. It's frustrating just to see Marc just go so hard in keeping all this from his wife, who is a huge asset to him, to them. It could potentially help save the world. But he's making this difficult for no reason. And of course, you know, seeing Khonshu just botching everything left and right. I mean, granted, that was a pretty cool move with him, like, you know, rearranging the stars and turning back time, although I question if they really had to go that far. You mean to tell me that there were no, like, astronomical charts that existed from 2,000 years ago that they could have just looked up in a library? Like, seriously?
Maybe they were in the Library of Alexandria.
I guess, but come on, there are astronomers who specialize in this stuff. They could theoretically have charted constellations from like a millennia ago. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, that they can do that. I don't know that much about astronomy, but I assume they can sort of deduce, you know, where a constellation had been a certain period of time ago. Just saying. I know I've ranted about this a lot of my frustrations with this and stuff, but I mean, at least we're making progress, sort of. Like I said, we're learning some things, and it's still keeping my attention. And of course, the performances are still great.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely great. And again, that fight scene, man, like, I guess to showcase just how freaking invulnerable he is, just to highlight when he does get hurt now that his powers theoretically may or may not be gone later on. But I'm wondering now, from this point, like, what happens? I mean, they have the location, so I guess now next time they enter the tomb?
Guess so.
Yeah, it's a race to see who enters the tomb first. But until next time, when we go all Indiana Jones / National Treasure Hunter, I'm Kat MacBerrie.
I'm Doug MacBerrie.
And in the name of the Moon Knight, he will punish you. Welcome back, fellow Moon Knights, to our Marvel Plus live reaction of Moon Knight, titled
Fuck Me. This is Gilbert Godfrey pacing and shitting and coming. Fuck, you got it over my head.
We'll get the montage for sure if we show that. 2, 1. I'm pissing and shitting and coming. I'm the cum lord. Sorry, I just want to get that out of my system.
Put that in the bloopers.
We missed you, Gilbert Godfrey.
Yes. Rest in peace, you bastard.